First of all, I would like to very good morning to my respected sir and all other elder persons and my colleagues and friends. My topic is civil society, conflict resolution and peace building. In nowadays, nation building, solidarity movement and communities can be said to be good to the very good extent to which their norms for understanding experiences and producing knowledge are open to the revision in the light of new claims where communities are resistant to change. Such identity claims the large Indian population perceived as an Indian national that emerges as the convergence of the individual's self-perception, rights, capacities, as well as loyalties, values, and sentiments by accumulating self-declaration of the sense of empowerment and commitment to the citizenship values. Citizenship is an integral part of political identity as it follows the definition of the identity by Sir Kakkar. In 1979, he describes a person as having an identity when one has a sense of self that makes it possible to perceive oneself as consistent and continuous being with the past and present and in future. Kakkar illustrates further the concept of personhood in Vivekananda as the conflation of assertion and sublimation comes close to the concept of citizenship, as Vivekananda was passionately convinced that the regeneration of religious vitality required a massive effort in raising cultural consciousness so that the Hindu world image would come to pervade every form of individual and social endeavor, which in turn called for elementary measures of economic and shared physical emancipation. Religion cannot be preached to empty bellies, he asserted, or as Brecht would later put it, Ernst kommt das Fressen und dann das Morality in Germany, which means eating comes first, morality later. Homi Bhabha further conceptualizes the third space, captured the spirit of citizens and nationality, the concept seen as a thread that strings together the past, the future into a coherent design of which the present is the most immediate and accessible evidence. The enunciation of cultural differences, problems arises, the binary division of past and present, tradition and modernity at the level of cultural representation and its authoritative address. It is the problem of how, in signifying the present, something comes to be repeated and translated in the name of tradition, in the guise of pastness that is not necessarily a faithful sign of historical memory but a strategy of representing authority in terms of the artifice of the archaic. As a remarkable conceptual flow, one can examine the reverberations of European history in the colonial power era. Lord Wellesley arrived in India at the time of French expedition to Egypt, when his success or failure of Bonaparte's scheme still hung in balance. Indian Emperor Tipu Sultan of Mysore had declared himself in favor of French Revolution, which championed the values of democracy throughout the world. Thus, identity politics is a need of tomorrow. In this sense, rising the tide of any national solidarity is in bringing about of the tomorrow in which the social injustices of the present have been overcome. Politics, culture, solidarities and civil society must be inscribed to the promises of the success for any movement of justice or democratic values. Now, the main theme of the paper is that the recent theoretical developmental studies and international security concerns have attempted to bridge the gap between the different approaches used to deal with similar conflict situations, security in dealing with the humanitarian emergencies causing intractable conflicts. Nation building is yet gaining a more receptive welcome at the institutions like many international institutions which declare on development, cooperation and conflict. They recognize that economic and social stability, human security are preconditions for the sustainable development. The security concerns of peacekeeping are recognizing human security, which is more sympathetic to nation building includes the protection of human rights, economic, physical well-being, as well as environmental security.
5 minutes are over.
Justice, justice under the rule of law and development through its focus on the poverty alleviation as an instrument of the conflict prevention. Thank you.